U.S. Supreme Court Justice Warren Burger spent decades interpreting the law from the highest bench in America. But when he died in 1995, his 176-word will cost his estate tens of thousands of dollars in unnecessary legal fees. If a Supreme Court justice can get estate planning wrong, what does that mean for the rest of us? I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Here's what happened with Justice Burger. He wrote his own will, just 176 words, and it seemed straightforward enough. The problem? He gave no specific power to his executors. That simple oversight turned what should have been a smooth process into an expensive legal headache. Now you might be thinking, Ron, I thought this show was about mortgages and debt strategy. And you'd be right. But here's the connection. Estate planning is part of your overall wealth strategy. Just like your mortgage, everything fits together. Think about it this way. You spend years building equity in your home, repositioning debt strategically, managing your household blended interest rate. Then what? Who's going to carry out your wishes? Who's going to make sure your family gets what you worked so hard to build? Well, if you have your estate done, rsrlinks.com/estate, rsrlinks.com/estate. If you've got it done with our friends over at AmeriEstate, no problem. Choosing an executor isn't just about picking someone responsible. You need someone who's well organized, capable of handling financial matters, and respected by your heirs. Someone who can communicate effectively, because believe me, estate settlement can bring out tensions in families that nobody saw coming. Most people choose a spouse, sibling, child, or close friend. In most cases, the job is fairly straightforward. But here's what matters most: trustworthiness. This person will have legal responsibility to manage your money, pay your debts, including taxes, and distribute your assets according to your will or your trust. If your estate is large and complex, you might consider naming a bank, lawyer, or financial professional as executor. Yes, they'll charge a fee paid by the estate, but sometimes that's the right move. In some families, picking one child over another as executor could create problems. An outside party keeps things neutral. Here's a practical tip. Whenever possible, choose an executor who lives near you. Court appearances, property issues, even checking your mail gets simplified by proximity. Some states also place additional restrictions on out-of-state executors, so check your local laws. And here's something critical. Discuss your decision with the person you choose. Make sure they understand and accept the obligation. Make sure they know where you keep important records, and always name one or two alternative executors because circumstances change. Want to know something interesting? Some pretty famous people died without wills at all. Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, Sonny Bono, Pablo Picasso, Michael Jackson, Howard Hughes, and even Abraham Lincoln. These weren't careless people. They just never got around to it or thought they had more time. The period following someone's death is stressful and confusing for families. Choosing the right executor helps ensure your assets get distributed efficiently with as little upheaval as possible. Now, how does this connect to strategic debt management? Simple. Your estate plan and your debt strategy work together. If you spent years positioning debt strategically, building liquidity, protecting your family's cash flow, you need an estate plan that protects all that work. You need the right executor who understands what you built and why. At our firm, we work with estate planning attorneys who understand this connection. They see how strategic debt positioning fits into your overall wealth picture, because strategy beats rate always, and that applies to every aspect of your financial life, including estate planning. Want to get the estate plan done right? rsrlinks.com/estate. rsrlinks.com/estate. If you want to get your financial house in order, including that estate planning, your financial house in order is easy. rsrlinks.com/keysteps. rsrlinks.com/keysteps. You'll find a practical guide to organize your financial life, from debt strategy to estate planning basics. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Thanks for listening to the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by GetHomeSelect.com. GetHomeSelect.com.